This is a story, ladies and gentlemen. So, join around. It'll come in two parts. One, with me telling you what I'm about to show you and explaining why, how. Anyway, sorry about the lighting. I'm not hiding. It's just because of negligent brain surgeon 24 years ago when I was in the home invasion, got a cricket bat to the head, left a 1 centimetre ball of dead brain matter when he put my skull back together. After the police had just, tried to make sure I died. I did, but I came back. They arrived on the scene. They're there within 3 minutes. Rockingham Hospital was 5 minutes away. Took another 27 minutes for the ambulance to get there, even though my brain was gone. Covered up, and I can say covered up because the only news about it was on, I think, the 11th or 13th page of the local paper, and no one came to talk to me about it. They even got my age wrong. But 2 weeks later, 2 streets away, there was another home invasion. Guy got his leg broken with a hockey stick, and it was published all over the fucking TV. So, and where, I got a cricket bat to the head, needing 11 titanium plates, 27 screws, and I look like Frankenstein, and it fucking hurt. All the time, migraines, everything. And because of the complete and utter criminal negligence by Sir Charles Gardner Hospital, I went in there, got the brain surgery. They left a 1 centimetre ball of dead brain matter in my head, right? Which was fine for 13 years until the truck pulled out in front of me, right? I've got a photographic memory, but because of the scarring on my right hand frontal cortex now, the easiest way to describe it, my directory is corrupt. I can't access the memories on instant recall, and it's difficult. It can be fixed, and I'm fixing it. Just got to take the police and the government to court, so I can build a aquafarm and produce fish with monatomic gold in them, and that helps in brain repairs because monatomic gold is so fine. It's like Velcro on your brain, where you've got scarring on your synapses. They're the bits of your brain that go, tell you where to go, tell you where to go, it tells you everything where to go, especially on the right hand frontal cortex. The left hand frontal cortex is more for movement, but the right hand tells it what to do. So the scarring, those little bits of gold catch on the scarring, like Velcro, and gold being an electrical this is what I mean. I can't get the words correctly out quick enough. It takes me a while. They're a good conductor because I want to say the right words. So Anyway, since the car accident 13 years ago, and Chris Porter made sure I got nothing for it. I was refused all fucking compensation, everything, except for I got total and permanent disabled insurance, but they stole in excess of over $700 million off me. So Superannuation Complaints Tribunal was shut down because I supplied all the evidence and facts, and MetLife lied at the Banking and Royal Commission about it. They said no total and permanent disabled case has ever taken longer than 300 days in the last decade in Australia. Mine was 660 days. And I know another guy who referred me to the lawyers first who work for the superannuation companies, not the people. Right? Because for 5 months, after 18 months, right, and I knew that they had to pay within 12 months. If they haven't paid in 90 days, they have to put that money into your trading account. By law. They didn't. Well, they said they didn't. Of course they said they didn't. They made over $1 billion. It was the best 2 years on the stock market, and I had 300 fucking grand in there. Right? Over 2 years. And they ended up paying me $9,000 interest. But that's... And then when I went to lodge federal court about it, after I had 28 days after the end of the Superannuation Complaints Tribunal, 16 fucking police and mental health workers came and illegally detained me, kidnapped me, and held me up in a mental health padded cell for 3 weeks so I couldn't get the court done in time. Interfering with the federal Supreme Court is a serious thing, and I've got it all on video, and the Prime Minister won't do a fucking thing about it. Now, they broke my back and put me in jail for calling Lifeline and saying, help me, they broke my back. 6 weeks in jail. They knew my back was broken, but still kept me in there. With no medication, no help, no nothing. It's a miracle I can fucking walk. And this is all because they stole my son and murdered 2 of my children, and Christian Porter, the Attorney General for Western Australia, Lindsay Okamoto, my son's grandmother's brother, head of internal affairs for the West Australian Police, corrupt as a motherfucker. Morley CIB, man. The fuckers used to get me to run drugs for them when I was 14 years old. And a lot more. Don used to get me to do a lot. Anyway, I tried to get out of that as soon as I could. Tried to get straight in the Navy, 16. But they thought I was too immature. Yeah, I'd just taken an IQ test with and I had it at 160, same as Einstein. Done by St Vincent de Paul, just off of Russell Street in Morley, when I had to get an entrance to go into the Defence Force, because you needed a certificate from level 10, and see by year 8, I'd already finished year 12. Yeah, I mean, that's how I've proved that they've been teaching all the wrong mathematics for the last 30 years. When they're trying to fix the Y2K, they put an extra set of brackets in the programming, right? And that destroyed algebra. Because they took away BIMDAS and made it MDAS. Brackets, integers, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, right? But if there's no brackets, you fall back to integers. If there's no integers, integers are the square ones. Okay, I don't know whether that word's right, but that's one that comes to my knowledge, right? Brackets are the round ones. But then, back in the 90s, they're the ones with the squirrely lines in the middle. Fuck knows what they call them. But, yeah, because they added them, if you have no brackets and you have no integers, there is no BIMDAS. So you wouldn't get multiplication done first. So 1 plus 1 times 2 equals 4. Now, Microsoft hacked me badly, very badly. They must have had at least 20 people. But I had 2 of the fastest computers on the world and 7 modems, and I didn't have to type it to do it on touchscreen. So I could work with both my right hand and my left hand. And it was a full-on 2-hour attack. But while they were attacking me, I fixed their calculators. That was 8 years ago. They still haven't been able to fix them. So explain to me how their core programming, Python, you pull that up and you put in 1 plus 1 times 2 equals and it gives you an answer of 3, but you use the calculator and it says 4. So they're only 20 years behind me in electronics, computers and shit. Best way to explain it is I don't understand computers. Well, I do, but it goes further. I understand electricity, protons and neutrons, and how they work, and how you move them in a certain way or in a certain light. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have told you that. And you get a different reaction. And every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. Well, they've been destroying Windows 7, they've been destroying my computers, they've destroyed over 300, maybe closer to 500, right? I've rebuilt it. I found out that while I was locked up in jail, they went into the storage and got into my computer because it was in there 3 months, and there's no way that the battery would have survived that long, because Microsoft hadn't bought out killing the batteries yet, because that's what they do. They kill all the batteries. What they do is they restrict the voltage coming in and the amperage coming in, and hide secret coding in the program of operating batteries. So it kills your machines, so you got to buy new machines, right? Have you noticed that they've stopped making phones and computers where you can pull the battery out? That's why. To make more money. I mean, Microsoft doesn't even sell your program. They say they're giving you the rights to use it, but they're not using it. They're using you. Last time I checked, 4 years ago, sorry, they only had 140,000 people working for them. Right? Now, they need a shitload more to do the programming they're doing. But what they're doing is they don't give you all the programs you need. Right? Prove that. To prove that, download iOrbit, Drive Booster, the free version, right? Scan your machine and see what drivers they upload for you for free. And then you've got to pay for the extra ones, right? But there's a catch, right? They mess with the programming. Even proprietary programming, like from NVIDIA graphics cards, right? And sorry, see, I get my words wrong. They don't mess with the core programming. They mess with the security certificates. The SHA-1, the SHA-256, the SHA-512, the MD5, right? And yeah, anyway, they won't sell Windows 7 in Australia, but Dell, I got a copy of Dell's one, so you can rebuild it. Good on you, fucking Dell. Alright? Why are only banks allowed to use Windows 7 in Australia? Yeah. Just by coincidence, I walked past a machine that had a failure, and the operating system was flashing. Windows 7. It's bad enough that, about 10 years ago, 10 years ago, the big banks shut down a lot of their offices and replaced it with ATMs. I thought, you're doing people out of jobs. But no, they're fucking just getting rid of everything. They've all just moved all their fucking ATMs out of all the shopping centres, unless there's a bank there. And you get charged for international fucking currency transfer, Fuck off. MasterCard's international. Alright, so's Visa. I don't get charged with my Zip credit card. Well, try Zip. If you do, just tell them I referred you. I get $10. And I'm a broke ass nigga. Well, I am now because they stole all my money. And I can't even lodge in court because I tried, but they were messing with my program because they made everything. This I'm talking to you on hacked as fuck. Right, but the e-courts portal, I lodged a claim for $500 million against Scott Morrison, who I have a letter off of. Sorry for not getting back to you for a year, and Nigel Scullion. But look, if you need help, go see Lifeline. The people I rang that said who I had a broken back. Right, go to the police. The cunts illegally picked me up from a mental institution and took me to a place that would do me harm. Right? Aboriginal legal ALRM. Right? Fucking Matthew Milburn, cunt knew I had a broken back, and that's what I was charged with being in there for. He had the evidence, because if he didn't, the police didn't, they fucking had they have to supply the fucking disclosure, right? Okay, and they never took a fucking X-ray before they fucking put me in jail for it. To wait to see a psychiatrist to see whether I was mentally ill at the time, even though I was on a mental health order. And given the phone because I kept screaming, my back's broken, help me. They gave me my phone and told me to talk to someone. Call someone that cares. I had no one, so I called Lifeline. I went to jail for it. Yeah? 6 months. I haven't been in jail for. Oh, sorry, I lied. I had 2 weeks in jail with a broken leg because Christian Newell from Mandurah Police Station back in 2005, I called the police because my partner was getting violent, throwing and smashing shit because I wouldn't give him money to go buy drugs because her uncle was head of the police internal affairs. The cunt broke my leg, and then when I'm in the ambulance, puts a 72-hour order on me to stay away, so she's fucking hysterical that what's happened to me. So I had to go away. I went away for fucking few days, but on the last day, on the Sunday, she drove me. Now she didn't have a license, but she drove me to Midland Police Station to report Chris Newell breaking my leg. They arrested me and put me in jail because there was 20 minutes left on the fucking order that wasn't allowed to be served on me because they'd just broken my leg. Ankle in 2 spots. And that's just nothing compared to what they done. They broke my back. Lisa Harvey got that one done. I gave her 50 gigabytes of evidence of the corruption in Western Australia. Well, they broke my fucking back. I tried to get, doing it all under the false pretenses of mental health. I don't know the mental health court. They had no reason to detain me. And the fact that I'd just been at Greylands the day before for 2.5 hours and had a letter off the psychiatrist saying how my son was being abused by welfare. The first security guard, what do you fucking do in the events? They waited till security changed, then ordered me to be fucking injected with drugs, and I said, go fuck yourself. So they broke my fucking back. Left me screaming on the floor for 4 hours in a padded cell. Refused to help. I left there after 72 hours was up, went straight to the hospital, got an X-ray, and when I walked in, he goes, mate, your back's not fucking broken. They rushed you out with a fucking wheelchair. How the fuck are you walking? And then I went to South Australia to try, and I couldn't get any help here. Because the whole government is corrupt. It's the biggest criminal organisation in Australia. And the police are the second one. And then comes mental health. And doctors. And then lawyers. Right? Anyway, I've got 20 years of investigation. I've been investigating them all. Right? But to show you what I found now, I have found them. I've got the evidence of them messing with the proprietary SHARs, security certificates, to crash my computer, so I cannot work. So I can't do anything. Right? All the programs on all the computers in all of the world are running on the wrong mathematics. Not only have I fixed it, I made it 1,000 times faster. And that's why Microsoft hacked me. Because I was the only person in the world to get the Hewlett-Packard hexacores 2014 touchscreen 14-inch pavilions running. Hewlett-Packard had to recall them because they were working and then they stopped. They stopped because Microsoft stopped them. Right? They restrict all the machines. Okay. You look at your BIOS and it tells you the transfer rate is 6 gigabytes a second. Right? But when you try to transfer onto a USB or a hard drive or something like that, you're lucky to get 30 megabytes a second. Okay? Now my Hewlett-Packard hexacore, it was transferring. I'd only had them 2 months. They registered with Hewlett-Packard, so everything's verifiable. I uploaded all the data to all the computer manufacturers that I use. Okay? I do it for them. One of them should have employed me a long time ago. But yeah, I also invented the heart attack app that Apple are using on their iWatch phones. But they're only using 20% of its capabilities because the person that sold it to them isn't the person that designed it. Alright? Okay. I don't have binary coding. I have trinary coding. No, I don't just have zeros and ones. Mine comes with a third layer, a third dimension. I'm not going to tell you how, not yet. Let me show you the proof of how they mixed with it, what they've done, right? And make your own conclusions. I'm going to stop this one, change camera around, and put it on the other way. So part 2 will be coming up in a second.